Hello, how are you all doing? Okay, so December 21st, 2012 is coming up, and I would like to talk a bit about that. Okay, so that's said to be the end of the Mayan calendar, right? Okay, so the Mayan calendar starts on August 13th, 3113 BC, and it has a system of 20s, with one exception. Okay, so there's a day, or a kin, it's called a kin, and then there's 20 kin, or 20 days, in a uninal, and then, this is the exception, there's 18 uninals in a ton. Okay, so that makes 360 days, or 360 days, or kin in a ton, and that's probably why there's an exception, because if it was 20 uninals in a ton, then it would be 400 days in a ton, which would be further off in the year. But by making it 18, then it ends up with 360 days in a ton, so it's closer to a year. Okay, and then the rule of 20s falls consistently afterwards. Okay, so there's 20 ton in a cacton, and then 20 cacton in a bacton. Now, December 21st, 2012 is the end of the 13th bacton, but there are actually 20 bacton in the next cycle. Remember, this is a system of 20s. Okay, so there's 20 bacton in what's called a peak ton. Okay, so that's the first problem with the Mayan calendar ending on December 21st, 2012, is it doesn't even allow for a full cycle of bactons, for a full complete peak ton to be completed, which would complete October 12th, 4772 actually. And then to add to that, there are 3 larger time cycles above that. So there's 20 peak tons in a calopton, 20 caloptons in a kinchil ton, and 20 kinchil tons in an annalton. Okay, so an annalton is about 63 million something years. So that's their actual largest time cycle. So you can't really say the Mayan calendar ends. You can't even really say it restarts with a new year, because that doesn't even allow for a peak ton to complete. I mean, unless you were to consider a bacton as being like a year, but then it would have already restarted since August 13th, 3113 BC 12 times, and this would be the 13th time coming up. And it would have been doing that almost every 400 years, a little bit less than that. Okay, so if this is the first time it's ending and restarting since August 13th, 3113 BC, you would have to allow for a complete peak ton to complete, which again is October 12th, 4770. Did I say 2 or 3? Anyways. And again, a peak ton isn't even the largest time scale. You've got 20 peak tons in a calopton, 20 caloptons in a kinchil ton, and 20 kinchil tons in an annalton, which is about 63 and something million years. Okay, so the Mayan calendar isn't ending, and it's not even restarting to just like a new calendar year sort of thing, as some people say. Okay. So, and then also I'd like to mention the Hindu calendar, just because that has the longest time scale that I've seen. They have what they call a Brahma day, which is 4.32 billion years, which is supposed to be one day in the life of their deity Brahma. And then another 4.32 billion years represents a night, so a total of 8.64 billion years is supposed to be like the equivalent of 24 hours for the deity Brahma. And then Brahma lives for 100 Brahma years. So 1 Brahma year is 360 Brahma days. Okay, so when you do the math, you get to 311.04 trillion years is 1 Brahma lifetime. And that's the time that the Hindus believe that the universe is around for, and then they believe that the universe, Brahma dies and the universe goes into nothingness for 311.04 trillion years, and then restarts again. So this total time cycle would be 622.08 trillion years, and then they believe that this cycle repeats over and over again, and that Brahma keeps being reborn, I think from Shiva, if I remember correctly, who sleeps during the nothingness period, on the back of some other deity, some dragon, I forget its name. But if you're interested, you can easily look that up. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, or whatever. Chill out.